How dreamy has today been?
Incredible. So nice.
There's this place on the coast of British Columbia that I got to see once when I was 16 years old. And ever since then, I've wanted to return. But it's not an easy place to get to. It'll require some planning and some provisioning, but we're determined to make it happen. Today, the journey begins. We're leaving Jedadiah Island, where we spent a few days with new friends.
Cheers.
Jedadiah was filled with unexpected magic, an old homestead, feral sheep, and fresh oysters.
What the West Coast has to offer.
That smells so good.
It has been so cool being here on Jedadiah. We went on multiple hikes. We've explored the whole island. And we foraged wild oregano. There's oregano on the island, but I think it's time to explore a new place.
I didn't want to leave, but I knew we had an even more incredible destination in front of us.
Overtaking maneuver. Such a Scheiße. I just like to mutter to myself.
We were slowly making our way to Princess Louisa Inlet, a fjord deep within the coastline of British Columbia. I've only been there once, but it left a mark. The journey would begin with a slow, light wind sail to Pender Harbor, where we would reprovision before nosing our way inland. Sailing alongside us are new friends Steph and Christoph on board SV Yare.
Woo, and we're off.
What did you just say, though, about you just took some photos on your phone and you said something funny?
Oh, you think that was funny? I was just describing what I was doing. Well, I was taking photos of the mainsail and I said, I'm not taking tourist photos. I am taking these for future reference.
But you know what?
What?
You would be allowed to take tourist photos. You're on vacation doing something beautiful.
Okay.
Not everything has to be about
both.
work.
It's work related and it's tourist photos for my future pleasure. So look at us flying our mainsail, which is finally up.
You're allowed to enjoy life, you know, Dini.
I am enjoying life.
Good.
And now I write a to-do list.
Although in the words of Christoph, what did he say that was really funny? He said something like, but if you don't break things, you have nothing to fix. And what life is that? This is why you guys are two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Magic Carpet 2 has exceeded all of our expectations so far. She is very fast, both under power and under sail. We're going too fast to salmon fish, so Dean's gonna actually put a reef in, even though that's kind of a crazy thing to do in these conditions. We need to be going between, what is it, 2 to 3 knots? 2 to 3 knots. And we're going forward with the main, so. Reefing! First time reefing this main.
Well, not properly.
Well, yeah, it's not properly set up yet, but we're gonna jerry-rig it. The whole point is to slow down, so if it's not properly done, that might only work to our advantage, right, Dean?
Oh, sorry.
Never mind. He won't agree with me. Okay, reef is in.
And we're going faster. No, we're still going too fast. You can apparently catch salmon at this speed too, but yeah, I don't know what we're prioritizing right now. We'll see.
Just untrim the sail, Schatzi. We're going too fast. Oh, the drama. Oh no. I might as well have asked the man to poke his eyeballs out. Well, we were going 4.5, and that's apparently not salmon speed. Gotta learn to slow this boat down.
So nice of them. Steph and Christoph handed me their fishing rod, which is much beefier. But yeah, they've already hooked on 3, but they weren't keepers. And 1 was lost. So pretty exciting. Oh, that's 1.
Oh man, exciting. What's about to happen? Steph and Christoph are watching on.
Ah, now we're closer. No, nothing.
What?
Ah, came off.
Oh no.
Or
That's
something.
okay. There's still a lot to learn about fishing here in BC. In the Mediterranean, Aladino had some success with tuna, but salmon trolling requires completely different techniques and equipment. It'll be a learning curve, and one we're excited to embark on.
I have to grade it still. What is that?
Gnocchi!
Gnocchi. Yum. Thanks, Maya. It's time for a break. All this fishing is so much work. So we're just floating around right now. It's lunch break.
Can you turn on our engine so that we can get close and deliver this?
Sure.
The bowl's super hot. Of course.
What a great maneuver. Thank you.
I'm excited. Lunch is going to be delicious. Steph and Christoph gave us a taco salad, so we've exchanged lunch items. It's so exciting.
So cool. Mexican granola.
I love it.
What a creative idea for, when you're running out of things.
Yeah, so they're running really low on stores. They haven't been to a grocery store for longer than we have, and so they did a bean and corn sort of Mexican salad with crushed tortilla chips on top. And it's actually so smart, like all canned goods and stuff that keeps, but super cool idea.
Yeah.
Oh, and red onion, it looks like there's in there
Yeah,
too.
red onion.
Yeah.
And then crunched tortilla chips.
I'm gonna copy that one when we're running low on stores, guys. That's a good one.
Sounds good.
We weren't going anywhere quickly, and absolutely nobody cared. Yes, we had a destination, and it was a really good one. But this journey was also good. My mind wandered wherever it pleased. Before doing the whole refit of Magic Carpet 2, I don't think I ever realized what a luxury it is to be able to just spend an afternoon and daydream. Now I appreciate it on a new level. I was homeschooled as a kid, and I had a lot of time to pursue things which fascinated me. I wrote stories and played violin, I ran wild through the woods, and even when it came time to do my homework assignments, I usually found topics that interested me. My mind was constantly at work. There were no screens, no television, just books and imagination. I remember hearing snippets of conversations between adults about being busy and not having enough time, and I shrugged those comments away as another thing about the adult world which I still didn't understand. Now, as an adult, I understand the pressure and the guilt of needing to get things done, the pervasive whispers that chide you for taking time for things which are just fun. And perhaps this is why sailing is so appealing. It's one of the few times where it really does feel good and right to just let your imagination go with the guilt-free abandon of a child. How dreamy has today been?
Incredible. So nice. What a pleasure. Fishing all day. Christoph and Steph taught me how to catch salmon. Indeed, their method works. I caught 3. Unfortunately, I had to release them. They were too small, but nonetheless, I'm stoked to know how this works. The breeze has picked up again, so now I've been sailing again, and yeah, I just love the characteristics of the boat. It's so relaxing. You can let go, you can look backwards, I can look at my fishing rod, you can still correct the helm here and there. Yeah, it's a very pleasant boat. Are you thinking of heading in now?
Well, we're thinking we can head in or try some more jigging for Lincoln, because there's really good spots right here.
Yeah, I'm down. We'll just tack here in a second and come the other way. Oh, there's more over there. Wow,
crazy.
That's so amazing. So deep here. Oh, there we go.
We motored into Pender Harbor after a long day out in the sun. Back to civilization after over a week on quiet islands. Good morning. So today we're in a harbor, and it's the first time we've actually taken the boat into a harbor since leaving the boatyard. It is crazy expensive, and we didn't do a very good job choosing like a cheap marina because we came in really late last night and we were like in a rush. So we just grabbed a transient spot. Sorry, I'm like disappearing behind the counter. But my point is that because marinas are so expensive and they have all the facilities, it's kind of funny because like as soon as you go into a marina, then it's work day. It's no longer relaxed day. It's like, okay, use all the water, clean everything, use all the power, charge everything. I just vacuumed the whole boat since we have unlimited AC, shower, laundry, garbage, recycling. Like it's just like no chill, no relax, work day, work day, work day. So that's what's on the agenda because we have but we have a checkout that we've kind of already blown past. I don't think they seem to care, but we got to get a move on doing all the chores. Then the adventure can continue. We went and anchored out later. Aladino rode to shore to get provisions while I caught up on some work. We wanted to be ready to leave with the tide very early in the morning. We have quite an adventure coming up. We're heading to Princess Louisa Inlet, and for those of you who have sailed on this coast before, you definitely have heard of this place. And for those of you who haven't, you're in for a real treat. Norway is famous for its fjords, but British Columbia has some pretty spectacular fjords that wind very deep into the mainland. And one of the most spectacular and the most famed is Princess Louisa Inlet, which is actually not that far from where I grew up. My dad actually works on a large ferry boat which takes people up to a camp nearby Princess Louisa Inlet. It's completely remote. There's nothing for miles, but there's this one off-grid camp that was built many decades ago. I doubt they would even allow something like that today, but they did it very beautifully. We'll sail past cool. it. So we've got this really long motor, essentially, because it's a really narrow fjord, and you can't actually, most of the time, you can't actually sail up it, but it's going to be spectacular.
Can't wait.
There's going to be massive mountains just rising out of the water, cascading waterfalls. And it's almost going to feel like a really wild Canadian version of our canal voyage because there's going to be land so close to us on either side, which is kind of cool. Our friends Steph and Christoph are going to be buddy boating with us. They definitely have a few more considerations because they have an electric motor. So they're going to be going a little slower, and I think they're going to have their generator running. But going slower is going to add a few little just considerations into the trip. Certainly not make it impossible, but there's not a lot of good anchorages because it's just high cliffs falling straight into deep water. And there's not a lot of good places to stop. So we reviewed last night.
Yeah, there's a couple of options, but one is kind of a small journey. It would only be half of the distance covered, and the other one would be quite a big journey, almost to the entrance of a tidal pass where there is high currents, so we'd have to sleep there to then the next day time our passage correctly and then get into Princess Louisa Inlet. So I think we're aiming for many miles today, but we'll have to see how it goes. because many things change. If they have current against, then they can push less, the batteries drain quicker, so we just have to go out there and see. If the wind is with us, which we doubt though, then we can even sail, then the whole thing becomes easier to cover more miles, but I guess, yeah, we'll have to go and see.
So it's going to be an adventure. There's a tidal pass with really heavy rapids that we're going to have to be careful of.
It's an adventure already. We got up at 7:30.
Oh boy. It's going to be a nice day though.
Absolutely.
A long day of motoring, but with really good scenery.
Yeah, and we still have good weather. That's also a big motivator. Yeah, blue skies, sunshine.
Yeah, because the anchorages are kind of sketchy along the way. It's good to have good weather. You wouldn't want to be in them in bad weather.
Yeah. Wow.
Adventures.
Adventure time.
Adventure time.
Okay. Can we go back a little more, or is that it?
You can go back like an inch, not a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you're done.
Okay. All right, I get started on the anchor winch.
Okay. And so off we went into the Agamemnon Channel, which separates Nelson Island from the mainland.
I've seen the world 1,000 times, spent a while in the sky. Now I'm in a place I never knew. I've never felt I had a home. I'd settle down and then be gone, but I couldn't leave when I met you. You stopped my tracks, I'm not looking back.
My biggest fear for this trip is not being able to capture like the true majesty of the place we're about to go to adequately on camera, because it is truly spectacular. I've had the good fortune of being up there, but never on my own boat. So this is a first for me, and it's going to be even all that much better on my own boat. I've also never spent the night up there on a boat, so this is going to be incredible. It's really sweet that we get to share this journey with friends too. It's really fun to find people who we can connect with on so many levels. Deanie and I have chosen a bit of a strange path in life, and it's really cool to meet people who can really relate. There's not that many, so it's been just a joy. Thanks for all the good times, Steph and Christoph, and to many more to come. This journey is going to be incredible.
With you, I leave it all behind. You stopped my tracks, I'm not looking back.
Show us where we're headed. Wow, into the mountains. How many locks? How many Ecluse?
Many Schleuse. We're traveling with a German. Dreimal Schleuse. Das ist so viel. Nein. Ahead of us, we could see the mountains towering on the horizon. Soon, we would be sailing in between them. Tonight would be unpredictable. We would have to find an anchorage safe enough to stay in, tethered to the ground with a chain and a large hook, floating amidst mountains, beneath stars, alone with friends. Perhaps we would hear wolves, perhaps see a bear on the shore. We didn't know. Ahead was an adventure, and soon would find out. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I cannot wait to share next week's episode with you as we push up Jervis Inlet towards Princess Louisa Inlet. I have a feeling it's going to be an adventure to remember for a long time. This is a very, very, very special journey. Huge thanks to our friends Steph and Christoph for sailing with us and for some of the beautiful drone footage that you saw over Georgia Strait. Christoph has inspired us to fly the drone a bit more than we normally do, so thanks for that, Christoph. It's so cool to get that new perspective. A really big thank you to all of you for watching. Huge thank you to the folks whose names are now appearing on screen for always going above and beyond to keep supporting Magic Carpet and make sure these videos keep coming out every week. A really big thank you to all of our patrons for making this all possible. We couldn't do it without you. For real-time updates every single week, which are exclusive to Patreon, you can join us there for as little as $2 a month. It's completely flexible how you decide to sign up, and we are very appreciative of that. It is, again, what keeps this all going, so thank you. All right, I think that's all for now. I cannot wait to see you guys next Friday with a big story about a beautiful place. See you then.